So, uh, contemplating the all. The all is like, I don't even know if I could call it a God per se, but I think the all is what most religions refer to as God. Although I think some of those names of those beings aren't necessarily the most high. I think they're lesser gods. But I know who they think they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I think all these different names we have for God are just names that are all describing the all. Like that's what they mean to describe. They mean to describe the all. Although I think some of these gods aren't really the all. But they may have portrayed themselves to be that, or somebody just gave them that name. And I think these names, like at one point I thought that God didn't have a name. Because I was like, what if it always existed, what is there before it to name it? You know what I'm saying? Like, if God always existed, who could name it? So I realized that I was wrong. When we come up with these names, we're not necessarily naming it. What we're doing with those names are bringing the all into something that we can use. You know what I mean? I think those names bring the all the substance into being, and allow us to use the substance, which is the all. So like, when I say God don't have a name, God does have a name. The name is whatever you use to bring the all into being. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think the only misconception is some of the names that we use are actually beings that were mortal. And by mortal, like, even if they did live for a long time, like, they could die. You know what I'm saying? Or even if they couldn't, you know what I'm saying, they're still not the all. You know what I'm saying? Like, the all just is. Like, I've even given up trying to figure out, like, even the whole idea of time. The idea of time limits my ability to comprehend it. Because at one point I was stuck on a question where, like, well, how could something that always exists, like, where does it start? And it's like, the question in itself is flawed, because in order for something to start, it has to be in the realm of time, which means, like, you can't put the all in the box of time. And because we live in time, or at least we think we live in time, like, the idea of it, like, the question in itself is flawed. Like, almost like you shouldn't even care about time. Like, the all just is. It just is, and it always has been. And it's almost like the limited thinking of time makes that hard to accept, that something can just always be. And it's like, that's because of your limited mind, or your time limited mind. So God does have a name. whatever name that you're using to call the all into existence, that's what its name is for you. It's the stuff that I just be thinking about. Like, even, like, why even create anything? Like, I've often wondered, why create anything? And you could say, it's a lot of reasons that are given. Some say that the all wanted to experience itself. But then I would think, well, if it's all, why does it need experience? And then you could reason that it wants experience just for the desire of wanting experience. It's like, well, why does it desire? Like, what need for it does it have for desire? What need does it have for experience? And then it's like, okay, well, maybe the all didn't create. Maybe these other beings created. One being that comes to mind is the demiurge, or even another, the all. The earliest description of one of the earliest descriptions of the all is Atum. So then it's like, all right, well, even if the all didn't necessarily make this creation, like, where did it get the idea from? Like, all the feelings, all the things, all the desires, everything has to come from somewhere. So maybe the all does have desire. Maybe it does want experience. Maybe these temporal things, because it is the all, so the temporal is included as well. Like, just because it's the all doesn't mean it doesn't include all of these things. But then it's like, it begs the question, can it be jealous? Like, can it be all of these things? Because we can say that it can't, but it's the all, which means it includes everything. Right? I try not to mull too much over this stuff, because sometimes it has me thinking in circles. I don't know why that thing keeps going off. I don't know what that is. There's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, man, stuff that be going on. Yeah, I try not to mull too much over this stuff, because I can have you just thinking in circles. But yeah, man, just contemplating the all. Contemplating the all.